Welcome back to the channel. We're playing Builders of Egypt. Now, I played it when the alpha release was released. It was very buggy. I tried live streaming it and it was like didn't work so well because my internet could have been better, but yeah, it was had promise, I suppose. And I just like city builders in general. I'm very bad at them, but I like them. And so I was really excited about this game coming out. Um, I've seen that it's got mixed reviews. I know that people have complained it's a lot like Pharaoh, so kind of lacking in the originality maybe, but we'll see what I have to say. I probably won't be mad at that. You know, but that's just me. So let's do a campaign. This music is really loud. I hope it's not overpowering what I'm saying. All right. Oh, this music is really loud. It doesn't need to be that loud. What are they doing? Okay, so let's take a look. Um, we've got a nice map. It's very like watercolory, and oh, you can move it around. I like that. We've got all the way up here. We've got Cyprus. We've got the delta. It's really fanning out there. Not so sure it would have been like this minuscule of a floodplain down here. This still would have been a pretty broad floodplain. Um, anyway, it looks like we've got Tinnis. Thinnis? Is that meant to be Thinnis? It's like where Abydos is. Um, Gibtu, Inereti, Neken, nice. Bedet, Behedet, Abu, excellent. Okay. Deppe, Sau, Iunu, yeah. Mission location, but it doesn't say. Oh, it says here, Inebu Hedge, which is Memphis, the White Walls. The ruler of Upper Egypt, King Narmer, conquered Lower Egypt and united the kingdom on the Nile. Now the country needs a capital. King Aha, Narmer's successor, sends you to Memphis, Egyptian Inebu Hedge, to supervise the construction of this magnificent city, a political, administrative, and religious center which will become home to the royal family, and thanks to its monumentality, will strengthen its authority. So we have win conditions, gathering 600 pottery, exporting 500 bricks, having 50 population, and getting 5 prosperity points. So what's interesting here is in these kinds of city builders usually start at this time period, but it's usually starting in southern Egypt, either in Nekhen or in Thinis. So that is a bit of a departure from Pharaoh and from pre-dynastic Egypt, that game, and Old Kingdom Egypt. Memphis, I'm not so sure I would have done Memphis. I probably would have done Saqqara. And anyway, so I guess we're going to be exporting some bricks. I'd like to see what's going to happen down in this region, if, you know, why we have a map going all the way down there. I'm assuming that there's going to be a campaign into Nubia and then even into Ethiopia, perhaps. I'm not sure. It'll be very interesting to see what's up. So, oh, here we go. And glorious capital for Egypt, Kemet. So we've got a mix of Egyptian names. We've got a mix of Arabic names. Sawadi, Ameira. That's not ancient. Okay, so I guess down here in Tinnis, where you export bricks, either they're exporting 2,800 or they're going to allow you to export to them 800 because we're supposed to be exporting 500. Well, let's see what's up.
The first Egyptians established arable fields, mainly for spelt, barley, and date palm, because their meals were based on bricks and stone building materials.
It's going.
For this reason,
I like that it has a scrolling thing. The voice sounds very good. It's reading very slowly. I like that. It's reading it out loud to you. That's another thing you get from Pharaoh. I like that you can pause it so you don't have to listen to it, and you can just scroll it on your own, which is pretty cool. These highlighted things, I'm not sure if there's other things you can click on. I don't want to click on them because I'm worried it's gonna hit the start button. um. Anyway, so the thing that I was a little bit concerned on was the kind of jutting, the staccato movements here. Just looking at the artwork, this looks like it's supposed to be taking after the Sun Temple of the 5th Dynasty kings, based on a drawing by Gauvin, of the Sun Temple of Niuser-Ra. Oh, it's moving. It's like zooming in. Ooh. It made me feel motion sickness. That's kind of creepy. Anyway, carry on.
sailing was developed, and the king of Egypt,
What?
the fenced arm of the Nile, turned into a permanent land.
Why is this here?
There, a city, which is now called Memphis,
This should have come before the previous screen.
from the river, which
Heffa what?
and worthy of mention.
Hephaestus.
In this way,
This is too much information.
aforementioned King Min is called for their
Um,
Narmer, the last pharaoh.
Narmer and Aha are two separate people. No one has. Oh, I see what they mean. I see what they mean. Okay, so no, there was this king called Menes, which is which Herodotus or Menetho, I think it was Menetho who ascribed the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt to Menes. What they should have said here was that Menes could have been either Narmer or Aha. That's the thing. But the way it's written here, it makes it seem like Narmer and Aha are like the same person. The Egyptian texts call him Narmer or Aha. Like, well, which one do they call him, right? So the wording there, not so fond of it. But anyway, like, why is there so much of this? What this narration? This is too much. I mean, obviously, I know I can skip it, but like, there's too much going on here. This is a lot of information being thrown at you. And like this should have been an intro before you're told what your mission goals are. I think. Oh, okay. Alright, so they've clarified that here, but this paragraph needs to be reworked. In general, it's just it's a bit sloppy. Got some spelling errors here. Gnome should have an E at the end of it. So here in this blurb, they're calling it Thinness, whereas in the map it's missing the H and it's Tinnis. Guys. No.
And the residence of the pharaohs,
Edit
the
this
very
stuff.
beginning of Egyptian history. That is,
Get proofreaders.
period, and in the old
Video game
kingdom,
developers, please get proofreaders.
from
This is too much information.
I was a great
Guys, look at this. It's too long. There's too much here.
popular and most populated areas of Egypt,
And it's very disjointed.
inhabited
Like, what is all of this? That was read incorrectly here. No, like this it's really disjointed. It's all over the place. Like, what is this here for? Is this supposed to be a lesson, a lecture? I mean, what's going on? This is too much information to be throwing at people. And if you're saying that, oh, well, this is just like a start screen or whatever, why is this here? Why? If you can just skip it, why have all of this information here? What is the point? And it's just like a barrage of information being thrown at you. And it's just I don't like this. I don't like this part. I don't like this part. It's too much information. None of this makes any difference to the game. See, I can't tell if this is being read by a machine or by a person that was poorly edited and they needed to do a couple more takes. But there's just this whole part here I just think is unnecessary. And then it ends on just this like it's so random. And the music is really loud too. It's like what is going on here? It's unbalanced. Anyway, I mean this art's pretty cool. I like that. I like their decoration here, their little motifs. It's pretty neat, and I like their little pyramid-shaped circle-y thing, whatever that's meant to be doing. Alright, let's press start. God, more information, really. The ruler of Upper Egypt, King Narmer, conquered Lower Egypt and united the kingdom on the Nile. Now the country needs a capital. King Aha, Narmer's successor, sends you to Memphis, Egyptian Inebu-Hedj, to supervise the construction of this magnificent city, a political, administrative, and religious center, which will become home to the royal family, and thanks to its monumentality will strengthen its authority. Alright, well, we already saw this written on the map screen. It's fine. I like the decoration. It reminds me of Nebuchadnezzar. I don't know if you guys have played that one. I need to replay that one. But yeah, I like the way they decorate these information panels here. I like the icons. I like the color scheme. I think that's really pretty. It's very attractive. And then down here we have our little icons. House and a road. House and road? They're not separate? Oh! You click on it and then it opens up to stuff. Okay, sure, that makes sense. Alright, so this is the road. We've got food production, which is fishing and wheat. Sanitation, we've got wells, ware production, bricks, pottery, and clay pits. Here you have a bazaar, granary, stockpile, fire station. Lots of administrative buildings. I mean, I would separate that out. Would I? Maybe under food production? I don't know. I mean, that's a lot to pile into administrative buildings. Faith-related buildings, authority buildings, but we don't have these yet. Buildings of cultural heritage. Well, that's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what that means. Because we've got the faith, and what does cultural heritage mean? Something to discuss in the future. Keeping my eyes open there. Educational buildings, military buildings, defense structures. Wouldn't that go under military buildings? Switch to army panel. We don't have an army, so we can't clone building. Rebuilds. Fire station cover map. So we got these overlays down here to see where you're missing some stuff, which is nice. I like that you don't have to like go through all of these different clicks, right click, click down a drop down menu kind of thing. It's right there. I think that's a good choice. Show buildings icons, hide building names, main menu. Okay. This we have notifications. This is the speed. Basic information. So this is, I guess, the tutorial box. Here you will learn the basic rules of the game. Click on the right arrow to go further or press spacebar. Alright, so then let's look up here. So these are our statistics. We've got a religion, parameter expressing the coverage of inhabited houses by religious structures. A and B differ in the number of religiousness points generated. I'm sure they'll explain what that means. City's perception of the kingdom. So this is the kingdom rating, like in Pharaoh, the kingdom rating. City, the overall level of development of the city. Okay. So kind of like Nebuchadnezzar, their culture points, or their prestige points. Family expresses the strength of the player's bloodline, as seen by the inhabitants. Oh, okay, so that's kingdom as a whole, and this is a personal. They like me. It's calculated on the basis of accumulated wealth in the mansion. And then this one, culture. Oh, this is the culture rating. A parameter that expresses the amount of houses covered by all culture generating buildings. There's an extra space there, you'll note, between those two paragraphs. It's one paragraph, but there's an extra space there. All buildings that generate culture points are marked with this additional information. Okay? Religion tab. Economy tab. Diplomacy. Oh, diplomacy. I'm excited about that. I can't wait to see what that is. One of the games that I really love the way they've done diplomacy is Nebuchadnezzar, so I'm going to be measuring this against that to see what they do with this topic, if it's going to be along the same lines as Nebuchadnezzar, which is really, it's complex, and I would argue that there's some good parallels to ancient history there. I've got a paper that's been in review or press, or I don't even know what stage it's at right now, but it's been in that stage forever. And it's about the way power systems are represented in Nebuchadnezzar and Pharaoh. So it's a really cool comparative study, if I do say so myself. And it's going to be in a book called, it's a chapter in a book called Depictions of Power in Strategy and Management Games. I really can't wait for that to come out. I'm so excited about that book in general. One of my colleagues who I really adore is in it as well, so it's really cool that I get to be in the same book as he is. Yeah, and I really hope it comes out soon. Bloomsbury, I think, is the publisher. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Mission description, so I'm guessing that's this. Then here we have the date. So it's minus 3028 to indicate that this is like BC or BCE times. And then, I'll be interested to see how this progresses here. We've got 2 Akhet, so we are in the 2nd month of the season Akhet. The Akhet is the flood season. So that's why they have these water symbols here to show us that we are experiencing the flood at this moment. Here we've got the region map, I love a good technology tree. I cannot wait to see what they've got going on in there. my friends and colleague, my twin, Kate Minetti, and I, we've got a paper coming out on, it's called The Roots of the Tech Tree, and we talk about tech trees in city building games and also other strategy games like Predynastic, which I just posted 4 videos of a playthrough of. And so that one's turn-based strategy, but there's like a tech tree involved with that one. And then Sumerians, which I have a video of on my channel, has this really incredible tech tree that just excites me. I love it. It's such a sexy tech tree. So I'm very interested to see what their tech tree is going to look like. Let's see if it's stirring to me, right? Goodness, okay. And then the military tab, which I'm guessing is different from all of these other tabs. Oh, okay, so this is just continuing this. So we've got some, okay, we've got symmetry. I appreciate symmetry. I like it. Bravo. I applaud the symmetry. 4 over here, 4 tabs over here, 4 tabs over here. Not mad at that. Records, be interested to know what that means. And then, of course, we also have the symmetry here. We got these little decorations of these, papyrus, plants. Or maybe they're meant to be lotus, water lily, sedge kind of plants. Anyway, so here we have the population, here we have of the population who's working, and then this is the bread, and we're starting off with 36,000 bread. Okay, and then this is the number of unemployed. So what's really interesting here is that we're not starting with the invention of settlement. So like we're starting off with quite a lot of bread. So we're not really discovering, I guess. Well, I'd be interested to know where exactly we are starting. Oh, we're already in the growing season. Parrot. Oh, so it's not paused. Oh, the game is not paused. I'm wasting time. Why isn't the game paused? That is so weird. Let me pause it. Paused. When you have this kind of thing up. Been wasting time over here. Alright, so let's go ahead and click on that. And let us press this next arrow here. In ancient Egypt, the idea of currency was unknown. The work was paid for with bread. To simplify this, music is so loud. I should have turned down my earphones. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's pretty loud in my ears. Anyway, to simplify the this mechanics. To simplify this, comma, mechanics treat this resource as the cost of placing buildings and exchanging wares, comma. Wait, to simplify these mechanics, comma? Treat this, oh, to simplify this mechanic, or these, proofread. Please, hire proofreaders. Okay, to simplify these mechanics, treat this resource as the cost of placing buildings and exchanging wares. You can find its icon on the top panel. Just say it's a bartering system. Currency with unknown then. This game uses bread as a currency. As a bartering system. You can get bread mainly from trading and collecting taxes, but these are not a reliable source of income. Make sure you do not run out of bread, because in such a situation you will not be able to further develop your settlement. Okay. So we're starting with 36,000. This is our starting. Number of breads to be exchanged for work. Considered a currency. So we're starting with 36. Number of breads to be exchanged for work. Or is this the requirements? I don't really find that wording, I'm a bit confused by the wording. Okay. Settlement development should start with designing a grid of streets. Select the road, just down here, from the building list and place a street where you will be building your settlement. Remember that the first basic resource is water, so it is best practice to build a settlement along the river. Indeed, so we are meant to be placing it there. So build a road. I will take this, and let's zoom in here, if we possibly can. So this is the main road, and it hasn't stated if... Okay, yeah, that is what we're starting with. Oh, okay, so then... So we zoom all the way over here. There's a lot of roads to build for a tutorial. Then there. Cool, alright. Select a house from the building list and place it beside the road. Buildings lacking a road connection will remain inactive. House is 15 breads. And then there's a shortcut, which is B. Put that there. Great, okay. So this has made us leave a square between each. And I'm guessing we're gonna find out why. Houses take up four squares. And then there's 2 squares between each of them down here. And then presumably you can you can place a road or other buildings there. While placed correctly, when placed correctly, houses will allow inhabitants to move in. The speed and number of inhabitants will be influenced by the desirability. Is this icon meant to be somewhere? Stat. Horizontal bar in the properties panel of each. Oh, you just click on the house and it will be there. Nice. Okay, so each house has this information. Lots of information to check on. That sounds nice. Yeah, that's very informative. As you'll discover later in the game, this is not easy to achieve, especially for me because I'm so bad at it. Anyone watching this is gonna be like, "Oh my god, you are so bad at this game." Yeah, I am. Just so you're aware, it's gonna be terrible. We will worry about this later. Yeah. The arrival of the first inhabitants will be announced by a message down here in the bottom right corner. Remember that you can always demolish a building using this demolish thing here, which isn't possible yet. Refund depends on the level of difficulty. Note that removing buildings at a later stage can be tricky as you can shatter the delicate economic balance. It's a good point. Let's practice demolition on this road because we don't need it here. Remove this highlighted section. Okay. Your dwellers need to be protected against fires. Select a fire station from the building list, the administrative building list, and put it near your existing building. Rotate the building by pressing R. So we need a fire station. We need to rotate it where those arrows are. It shows you where it has road access, I guess. One more. Okay, this is... There we go, finally. Okay, it's exactly how they have it in their little thing there. Note that after clicking on the fire station range icon in the bottom, a filter will appear. You see it? Showing the coverage of this settlement with the range of buildings that, in this case, fire station. Begging you, proofread. This building protects other buildings from fire, but remember that the effectiveness of the protection reduces as the distance increases. Okay. It is a good idea to build a fire station at relatively small distances from each other for better protection. This fire station takes up a lot of space. So I'm really interested to know how many people are contained in the houses, because this fire station is a lot of space for this small area. And if you're meant to be building a lot of them, I'm really wondering why it's so big. Better coverage results in fewer fires and reduces their consequences. So it looks like there's an area of influence here. Oh, sorry. If we spread out, this shows that the fire station has an influence of this large area here with a nice concentration of this area here. So, you know, as it radiates outward, you're less likely to have good results with that fire station. Okay. Oh. How do I turn this off? Go away, you. No access to the road. What are you talking about? The road is here. I put it the exact way that they wanted it. What's going on? Ah. Alright. Note that each house has its own range, which determines the maximum distance to the building in which a dweller can work. In the case of hard-to-reach workplaces such as mines, it is worth considering building a small settlement close to the workplaces to supply the buildings with workers. Yeah, and that's when you make slums. How do you exit out of this? Oh, you just click on the screen. What a dummy. Alright. As you develop your settlement, you may need to upgrade house in order to provide more workers, or to meet mission requirements. The requirement for upgrading a house to level 1 is provide access to water. Build a well, the way you learned earlier. Okay. How about we build a well? Oh, it's not letting me build it there? Oh, it wants me to build it here. Okay. Yeah, but that's not servicing these areas. Once the well is filled, the house will level up as long as their occupancy is at 100 and they meet all other conditions presented thus far. Note, house will be downgraded to one of the previous levels if the conditions for their current level are not met for a period of time. Every settlement requires an activity in order to grow. We can start with the production of basic resources required for the further upgrades of our house. Build a clay pit within your settlement while making sure it is attached to a road and is within range of your houses. Manufacturing may require more than one basic production within the production chain. You may find information on this by right-clicking on the manufacturing build you are considering. I'm right-clicking on it. Note, it may happen that you cannot produce all resources on your own. In situations such as this, you will have to trade other settlements for the resources you are missing. Fair. Sorry. Pardon me. Alright, where are we putting this? We're putting it here. But it needs road access, so let us turn it around. Okay. Each production and manufacturing building requires workers. Your settlers are your workforce. Production and manufacturing buildings require a minimum number of people, workers, in order to operate. In order to reach maximum efficiency, a production or manufacturing building needs to be fully staffed. Keep your production and manufacturing buildings fully staffed by building new houses or improving existing ones. Sleepy. It was a lot of information. This really kind of throws a lot of information at you. I'm a bit overwhelmed. Alright. Production chains may sometimes require the extraction of more than one material. Such information is available by left-clicking the production building. Where's the production building? Where is the production building? Oh, God, I'm so dumb. Alright, okay, so production chains may sometimes require the extraction of more than one material. Such information is available by left-clicking the production building. Right. Clay and straw are required for the production of bricks. As we are already producing the former, we now need to establish a farm in order to harvest the latter. Farms will also produce food. Note, farms are built on floodplains. As the Nile floods these areas every year, all resources are not collected by a stockpile on time will be destroyed by the rising waters. Remember to build the stockpile as close to the farms as possible. Alright, stockpile goes here. So we're gonna put that there. Okay. Production results are collected by the workers that are serving a stockpile and are stored there. Establish a stockpile in close proximity to your production buildings, while keeping in mind the rules outlined thus far. Oh, this is the stockpile. Wait, what was this? Oh, that was the wheat farm. This is our stockpile. Okay. Note, stockpiles have an unlimited range. This means that they can very well pick up products from anywhere on the map. This behavior can be controlled by left-clicking the stockpile and viewing, as well as editing its policy. Okay. A lot of information here. Wow. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Oh, I like the trash. Oh, that's funny. I don't know why that's making me laugh so much. I love it. Alright. In order to complete a typical production chain, build a brickworks. Note bricks are one of the most popular products to be traded in the game. So that's under ware production, brickwork. And we're putting this here. Oh, I'm supposed to build 2. Oh wait, what is this? Oh, this is a potter. One of the mission requirements for the current mission is to stockpile enough pottery. Oh, that was. Okay, I was like, was it? There's been so much information, I forgot. Note, all stockpiled pottery may be sold in later missions. This production chain is economically beneficial as it is short and thusly overall efficient. Thusly. Okay. Some production buildings require specific conditions or locations. Wells must be built by the river, quarries by the hills, and woodcutters require forests, which may be depleted if you devastate the entire woodlands. Are we going to be cutting down forests next? Why did it talk about forests? Are we cutting them? Remember that buildings within a single production chain must have been connected to the same road network in order to be able to supply each other with products using stockpile. Roads are used mainly by stockpile and granary workers, so keep roads connected if you want to transport wares in an efficient way. No comment. Inhabitants require food in order to further improve their houses. Create a new production chain for food as shown previously in this tutorial. Note each subsequent upgrade to a house has different requirements. These requirements can be observed by clicking on a house. What? Inhabitants require food, yeah, to improve their houses. Create a new production chain for food as shown previously in this tutorial. What do you mean? What do you mean? What? I'm confused. What did they mean by that? Here's wheat. Export. We don't want to export it. Should we turn it on? No, we don't want it to turn on. I'm really confused what it's asking. What is this? Is it up here? Click on a house. Oh. Access. What is this button? I'm clicking on things. What am I supposed to do? House level. There's 0 food. Upgrade, do not upgrade. Look for, don't look for work. What if I press play? So that time advances. Got a message. Dwellers are coming to the city. Good to know. Oh my gosh, I thought this was like, I thought this artwork was like depicting Jesus or something. Giving sermons on the mount. It's That's really funny. Okay. Yeah. Dunsies? So where are the people? Oh, they're all here. Look how little they are. Oh my gosh. They're so teeny tiny. And they're just walking. They're just strolling in. Like they're going to work. There's no variety. I don't see any ladies with their kids. It's just a bunch of dudes. Can I click on them individually? Oh, you can. Look at that. City, can't find a job, waiting. Yeah, sounds like me. I'm in this game. Oh, they look like little ants. So cute. Look at them go. Enter your houses. Okay, so let's see them coming in here. So we've got one worker. Fire station is completely filled up. We've got everybody working there. Okay, what about our wheat field? We've got everyone working at the wheat field. This is a clay pit. We've got some people working here. Thing is, where is the granary? Am I supposed to be stockpiling food here? So let's, I don't know, I guess we should do that then? I'm not sure. I'm confused by this. Got plenty of people working. You guys have food yet? Nobody's got any food. So I guess we gotta wait for the farm to finish producing. What the hell was that noise? What was that noise? Is this... Was it this? Who's that guy? Residents do not feel safe. Oh my gosh. Look at him go! That's so funny. Oh, look at this! Look at these bricks! Okay, I love this so much because this is actually pretty much how it looks in Egypt when people are making bricks, because they still make mud bricks. And it looks exactly like that when they lay them out. We have that in Abydos because we have a lot of mud bricks that are manufactured for conserving monuments. And so we have the local workers making mud bricks like this, and they put them in the forms, and so you've just got this field, this whole field and field and fields of mud bricks arranged in this way. So this is pretty cool. This is our potter. But our stockpiler is meant to be having all of these. Looks like we've advanced here, but nobody's got any food. We're still... These people have not enough. But all of these people walking around. With great humility, find lost husband. With great humility and reverence, I come to you in this trying moment. My husband has become lost somewhere amidst the streets of our city. His absence fills my heart with sorrow and apprehension, and my days are shrouded in uncertainty and anxiety. Reward 700 clay. I promise you a generous reward as an expression of my gratitude once he returns to me in health and safety. What am I supposed to do about that? Is it this guy? Immediately build additional buildings. Residents do not feel safe. I'm feeling overwhelmed. Like, a lot just suddenly started happening. Build a fishing wharf. Right, now I've got to build some more stuff. Fishing wharf, okay. And now I'm building a granary. Maybe if I had just, you know, kept going. Doy. Yeah. Alright, granary, and now we need a bazaar. Which they're putting here next to the well. So there we go. Okay, products can be used for building monuments or trade. Let's set up a trade route. Oh, wow, this is a lot being thrown at you at once. Please open the region map from the top action bar. Tinnis! So our city is Memphis, and we are meant to be sending to Tinnis, your settlement, as well as every other settlement currently known to you, is visible here on the region map. Note, to start with, you may only contact some particular settlements. This situation may change during the coming scenarios based on the results of your choices. Okay. So we cannot go to Necken, for example. Fine. We don't wanna. Click on the settlement to see what it is trading with, and check the other parameters influencing diplomacy. From this place you can set up your first trading route, which requires an opening fee depending on many factors such as distance and current political conditions. If you want to return to your settlement again, click again on the region map. Alright. So Thinis is a small city. We don't have good relations. We don't have any relations. Our level of development of trade within the city is 0. Military power of the city is 0. Trade this year, we don't have any. The wealth of the city is in the dirt, apparently. And they want to buy... Oops. They want to buy up to 2,800 bricks. So let's go ahead and open that route, and it's going to cost us 200 breads. Got it. The trade route has been opened. From time to time, a trader or ship will come to the city to exchange their wares. At the beginning of each year, the amount of purchased wares is reset. If a trader exchanges all his goods during the year, he will not arrive again until the next one. You must first determine whether you want to import, export, or do nothing. The default option blocks the possibility to import and export. To change it, click the economy icon, which is up here. The goods you already produce and can export to Abydos are bricks. Hold on. So they're calling it Thinis, and now suddenly they're calling it Abydos. That's very confusing. So here's Thinis. Here's our city. The goods you already produce and can export to Abydos are bricks. Change your policy on bricks to export. So we want to export... Oh, wait, what? Change our policy. What is going on? I don't have this menu. Oh. Wait, what the hell just happened? Bricks. Unbelievable. Okay. Click to open graph. Import. Export. Oh, I see what's happening here. Okay. I got confused like a dummy dum-dum. What is this? Knowing the basics of the game, you can focus on completing the mission. To recall the condition of victory, click on the star. Where is that? Is it down here somewhere? Mission description. There you will also find city statistics, a tab with diplomatic messages. If received, information about the mission and other tabs that you will get access to later on. Right. Oh, it's here. It's here. Alright, so we need 600 pottery, export 500 bricks. We need 50 people, we've got 82. We need 5 prosperity, we've got 9, so we are just behind in our bricks and our pottery situation. Oh my gosh, look how long this is. Like, come on. That is too much. Too much. Why are we reading entire essays? That is way too much. Okay. Our city. Our city. Oh, let's press this. The birth of the heir to the throne, Prince Jur. Prince Jur has been born. Hurrah! The happy mother, Kenet Happy, together with the chief spouse of King Aha, Queen Nithotep, organizes a grand and joyful feast, during which all the residents of Memphis will celebrate the birth of the prince. The Egyptians loved children who were widely regarded as a source of happiness and joy, and even eternal peace due to the fact that it was the children who gave their parents and ancestors the possibility of eternal life, which was sanctioned by Egyptian religion. What is that? That's a lot of nonsense to me. Well, it was thanks to the children that the body and name of the deceased parent could exist all the time, and thus the deceased could live forever in the field of reeds. I have no idea where this information is coming from. That's, probably, yeah, they love their kids. But, like, you know, they're... This is making it seem like they believed that kids were these, like, deities or whatever. Not deities, but, like, these superhuman creatures that allow them to live forever. That's doesn't make sense to me. From the moment of birth, children were accompanied by various deities such as Isis, Nephthys, Khnum, and Heket, or the 7 Hathors. Also, the god Bes, protector of women, children, and families, protects the little ones as well as their entire household. What does that mean? From the moment of birth, children are accompanied by various deities. The wording here is very strange. Yes, Hathor, Bes, Taweret, who actually is bizarrely not mentioned here, Isis, for sure. These were all gods that protected children, mothers, and pregnant women. And but it wasn't like these gods existed already as just household gods. They protected the house. in general as well, so it wasn't like specifically attached to children. I don't really understand what's happening with this with this card here. Okay. Oh my god. Pharaoh Aha marries Neithotep. Do we really need all of this? Do we need all of this? I mean, I've got all of these pop-ups coming up, and I've got a problem with my trade not having a stockpile available. And I keep hearing people eating in my ear, which is not cool. I don't like that. King Aha has decided to take the Lower Egyptian Princess Neithotep as his wife. The ceremony is to take place at the palace in Memphis. Obtain goods for the event. Alright. Music, singing, dancing, and dry feasting accompanied the Egyptians not only during temple rituals, but also during family events or private banquets. The sage Ptahhotep, who taught of how one should behave in order to be a good Egyptian, included this thought in his collection of wisdom. Do not deplete the time set aside for pleasure. Do not waste your time on daily activities. If thou hast already done all that is necessary in thy house, when thou hast acquired wealth, follow thy desire, for wealth is of no value if it is not accompanied by joy in life. I like that they include ancient literature. I think that's really neat. And not just saying, you know, that this existed, but actually putting the quote in there. I do like that. I think that's pretty cool. It adds an extra dimension to this game. You know, the previous one was a bit weird. This one I think is really sweet, and it just kind of, I like that it gives this notion of the ancient Egyptians just really enjoying life the way we enjoy our own life. So there's a bit of a humanization that's coming here, and I really appreciate that. Oh, I like how they show him spreading the seed. Look at that. He's like just swinging it around there. That's pretty cool. And then he's just casually stomping across the field that he just planted. That's hilarious. All right. Oh god, there's a one of the sound effects in this game is a person eating like an apple. I don't like it. Don't like it. All right, so a trader came looking for our wares, but I haven't got any. I've got 200 bricks, 100 pottery. So the wares bought were 300 bread. Great. Okay. So he bought some stuff. And let's see here. Hint, Nile floods farmland. As it does every year, the Nile has emerged from its banks and covered all the floodplains with its waters. If there were goods on farms that had not been taken before it flooded, then they were destroyed at that point. Any stockpile workers who were on their way to collect goods would immediately turn back. Build stockpile as close to the farms as possible to avoid such losses. Wait, I lost something? Oh my god, they need to not have this person chomping on apples in my ear. Build a stockpile as close to the farms as possible to avoid such losses. A unique advantage in this situation is the granary, which sends its worker directly from the farms to avoid a food shortage situation. Yeah, so let's turn off that wheat for this stockpile so that it goes to the granary, which has no wheat. But it looks like we've got somebody coming with some wheat here. He's got wheat. I hope it's a good amount of wheat. Where are we at on our mission? Alright, we have exported 400 bricks so far. Production building is full. Production building has 2 storage areas. If both are full, production stops, which means... How do I exit out of here? Oh, this. Which means less output for the building and higher maintenance costs per unit. Make sure you have enough stockpile and plan your cities so that your workers do not have to walk too far to the building to collect goods. So what are you complaining about? What? Low desirability, improve the quality of the environment so the home can advance. So I'm guessing I need another stockpile? Maybe? But there's so many here. There's a lot here. Oh, it's taking a lot of clay. The potter, what's he doing? Okay, so there's just 100 pottery. So what's going on with this clay pit? Alright, I mean, it looks like it's doing okay. Desirability. Due to an undesirable neighborhood, one of the houses cannot be upgraded. You can check the house information to see the current and required level of desirability. To increase the desirability, you can build buildings in its neighborhood that have a good rating. This will compensate for the buildings with a bad rating. You can also try to rearrange the buildings so that the unwanted ones are as far away as possible. What? We got this person complaining. She's still trying to find her husband? Lady! What are you doing? Is this your husband here? Where's my pottery? And why is it taking so long? Okay, collect. The option to order the accumulated. This option is enabled. The building will only accept goods and not allow you to do anything with them. Yeah, let's do that so that we can speed this along. And then after I finish this mission, then I will end here for the night. Oh, I got a fly in front of me. Goodness me. Okay. Message tab. Find lost husband, main event, main event. What is the main event? Oh yeah, right. Find another lost husband. Am I supposed to find the lost husband? How do I find them? Why are their husbands always missing? I mean, like, what am I supposed to do with that? Maybe he wants to be lost. Have you considered that? Maybe he's at work. Maybe he's building pottery for me because he should be. I've got 300 pottery now. Let's hurry up and get some more, if you please. We've got plenty of clay. These are our bricks. These are the traders, I think. Yeah, these are the traders. Oh, that's a fun little animation there. Huh. Wow. Look. So we got these donkeys with, what, papyrus and reeds? Traveling with donkeys. He's running. Run! Oh, that's funny. Oh, look how he's dressed. He's got this really cool outfit. He's wearing bright red. I don't know what he's wearing there. Or why we keep following him back and forth. Who is this guy? Is this the fireman? Oh, maybe it's the fireman. This is pretty cool. Look at this. We zoom in here. You have these very modern-looking Egyptian houses. They're all made of mud brick, and they've got these reeds on the top there, which I think is pretty cool. But there's this reservoir. You can actually see that. And I think the water looks pretty nice. And if you look even more, you see that there's shadows on here. There's a reflection. I mean, that's just an incredible amount of detail to zoom in on this house. I just think that's really extraordinary. And moreover, you can see that the plant matter in the zone here, it's moving in the wind. So there's just like really incredible detail, and I think that's really fantastic. And then just like the hand motions, and you know, there's a lot of detail here. I mean, I've got a lot of problems with the text, but just like these little visual details, I think are really stunning. And yeah, I just really like that. Okay, so here we go. We've got a victory. A score of whatever that means. 92,000. I don't know if that's good or bad. Pharaoh is pleased with your work. In the next mission, you will be rewarded with a lower price of imported goods, lower cost of buildings, higher price of exported goods. The rate at which armies gain experience is 0 because we're not gonna have armies probably. Chance of enemies appearing is diminished. Wage satisfaction is not so great. Production rate of goods will be up by 23%. So, do you want to continue playing this level? No. Alright, so now we go to the next one. Alright, so I am going to stop here. BOEFR, France? French? Is that what's happening here? Anyway, so that was fun. Looks like we've got some jewelry coming up, the next one, and some meat. Yeah, I guess I'll see you for the next. Thanks for starting this mission with me. And hopefully it's gonna be good. Okay. Bye-bye.